So we have a few more of the same problems. It's find the solution of the linear system by graphing. And all graphs must be drawn on graph paper. So it's separate graph paper. Right? So what are we going to do? We're going to take our two equations and put them into slope-intercept form. You can see the first one already is in slope-intercept form. And now we could take a look at the second one. Right? So I'm going to write my second one over here. I have x minus y is equal to negative 3. And to put this into slope-intercept form, I'm going to subtract x from both sides. And I'll get negative y is equal to negative x minus 3. Now I'm going to divide by the coefficient, or the negative 1, in front of the y. And that's going to leave me with positive y is equal to positive x minus 3. Alright, so I have two equations. I have y is equal to x plus 3, and I have y is equal to x minus 3. So let's go ahead and identify our m and our b. So over here, our m is going to be the coefficient in front of the x, which is just 1, or 1 over 1. And then our b is going to equal to 3. In our second situation, or our second linear equation, our m is going to equal to 1, and our b is going to equal to negative 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and graph these and see if we can figure out what the solution is. So here's my graph paper, and I have my m1 is equal to 1, and my b1 is equal to 3. My m2 is equal to 1, and my b2 is equal to negative 3. And then we'll go ahead and graph it like this. So here's our x-axis and our y-axis. We'll start with our b is equal to 3. So 1, 2, 3. It's right here. And my slope is 1 over 1. So it's going to be here and here. Right? Rise, run, 1, run, 1. And then my line's going to look something like that. Whoa. You got to hold your straight edge, or else you might get thrown off a bit. So there we go. And our next one, we're going to start with our b is negative 3. 1, 2, 3 right here. That's going to be our first point. And our slope is 1 over 1. So it's 1 over 1 is here. 1 over 1 is here. Right. And then I'm going to get my straight edge. And, whoa, that's a little bit off. Okay, there we go. So then I'm going to draw my line and do this. Right. So if you take a look at these two lines, well, what is our solution, right? Well, our solution is where the lines intersect, where they touch, where they meet. And you can see that because these two lines have different y-intercepts and the same slope, that the lines are parallel and they will never meet, they will never touch. So in this case, there is no solution. Okay. No solution. So I'm going to come back to my paper here. I'm going to type no solution, like so. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to question number 5. In 5, we are here. We have y is equal to negative 3x plus 4, and y is equal to negative 3x minus 4. So again, we're going to go ahead and put them into slope-intercept form. That's our first step, and you can see that they are both in slope-intercept form. So that step is already solved. Now we're going to identify our m and our b. So in this case, our m is negative 3, and our b is equal to 4. And in this one here, the second equation, our m is equal to negative 3, and our b is equal to negative 4. Right? So we're going to go ahead and graph this and see where the two lines meet. So I'll get my graph paper here. I'll list my m1 is equal to negative 3, and my b1 is equal to positive 4, and my m2 is equal to negative 3, and my b2 is equal to negative 4. Alright, so let's go ahead and draw a fairly long y-axis, because I have positive 4 and negative 4 that need to fit on this graph. So I got my coordinate plane here, I got x and y. So I'll start with this one here, positive 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be my first point. And my slope is -3 over 1. So I'm going down 3, and I'm running 1. Then I'm going down 3 and running 1. Okay. So get my straight edge and draw my line like so. Now I'll go ahead and look at my next M and B. It says -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going down 4. First point. And now my slope is -3 over 1. So 1, 2, 3 over 1. I have no more space, so I'm just going to go ahead and connect these two and draw my line. So if you notice here, right, we have the same situation going on. We have different y-intercepts and we have the same slope. What does that result in? It results in two parallel lines that will never touch, they will never meet. And so what is our solution here? Our solution is where the two lines intersect, where they touch each other, where they meet. And in this case, there is no solution. So I'm going to come back to my handout, and I'm going to write no solution. And that's it.